Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
All right. Sorry to keep you guys waiting, but we had some technical difficulties. We actually had a few things to fix, so I had to get our technical guy AC on the line to help me work through these things. As you see, we were going to come on at 5:30 because I have to, you understand, be on a plane tomorrow early. But we're still here, you understand, and we're still going to make it happen. All right, so I had updates to do on my Apple computer, updates to do on my iPhone, and then had to reconnect that. So, you know, that was the case. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Had to give me a nice little water here. So, yes, we're here, guys. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I apologize. I know you already didn't see me last week. You understand, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, you know what I mean, holding it down, trying to prepare for these end times. So, you know, that's just what it is. And even with that comes trials and tribulations that you just have to stay calm in the midst of the storm about. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we had some updates, and we had to get everything back in tune. And we look like we're good, man. I mean, this is a whole new update for me. And that's just how it goes with this new technology. Speaking of that, you know, I think Elder did a show about how there's some new bill being passed, or it was already passed, about how we are already here transitioning into the mark of the beast, guys. We are already here. All right, it'll just be a few years before you see everything that the Most High prophesied through the prophets and His Son Yeshua. So you were given this knowledge to see, to hear, and to understand. Everybody else wasn't not given this knowledge. So that's why today we titled our lesson, especially for the men, Responsibility Before Entering the Kingdom. Because you know, as you can see, regardless of how, you know, we're in captivity, the state of captivity that we're in, regardless of our state right now, we seem to still move the world in, you know, our way when it comes to entertainment, style, when it comes to fashion. Let me tell you something. Every move that is being made, I don't care what people say, what people think, every move that's being made on every level for the most part is because of what they call the African American man or the black man, but everybody's black, so we call us what the Bible calls us, the Israelite man, from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Every move that's made, the reason women are in the gym, it's not because they trying to just look good for themselves. Everybody trying to get a hiney. Everybody's trying to get a hiney. Right? Because they want to get behind me. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the black man. See? When you look in the gym, Let me tell you, people not in the gym because anything else, because they want to get approved by a black man. See? Let me tell you, the media is being pushed a certain way through their narrative because of the black man's rulership that's coming up. Every single thing. People compete to try to get high incomes when it comes to other nations and all that because they want to keep the black man or the Israelite man down. Every single thing. So with that being said, us understanding that, listen, we would have to go all the way back to our history, okay, and understand why is this the case. And speaking of that, that's why we have, and I'm going to go here really quick before we finish it off. That's why we have a school for those of you who are new to the Bible. And when I say new to it, not that you have not been in a Christian church, not that you have not read historical texts, whether it be Christianity, Islam, whatever, Asian religions. Even, let me tell you, your book had to copycat the book of a black man. That's just the truth. Every move is being made through jealousy, through covetousness, for power, all that. Because of this man. If this man don't have anything, right? If he's supposed to be so poor and people put him down, why is every move made off of him? And being that we know that those of us who understand that, what responsibility would we have having that staff in our hand? And I'm talking about Judah, the kings. Obviously, the sisters are in line with that too, the responsibility we have, because to whom much is given, much is required. So if you're new and you want to understand the history of what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to go into all of the history today, but this can get you caught up. Okay, you go to historytimes.org. We are the Gathering of Christ Church. All right, our main YouTube channel is A Gathering 144. We teach that every Wednesday, okay, Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday you can find us here. Okay, if you join our Hebron Bible Academy. All right, right now the theme is, this academy's theme is, and we already are obviously past the middle of it, but you can join the next one. Okay. Babylon, Rome to America, since we're speaking about history. Okay, listen, it all started with two little boys in the womb. Okay, two little boys in the womb of a Israelite man and an Israelite woman. Okay, obviously we will call Israelites later, but the prophecies were still through the loins of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not Ishmael, not the Edomites. The Edomites, which are the modern day so-called white people, the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs. Every move they make is because of us walking and breathing. Period. Okay? It's nothing about being cocky. This is just the truth. All right? So being that that's being said, and we have fallen, how do we get back to who we were? Hey, and we're going to talk about it tonight, because Christ, a black man, came down and died for all the sins of not just these Israelites, but the rest of the world too. And I'm saying that because the whole world, even though they have money, even though they have power, you would think that with all that, they wouldn't follow us. But let me tell you, when they sipping tea and taking their little tea breaks in all parts of the earth, they're doing things that you probably had no clue about. They doing the lean with it, or rock with it. Let me tell you, they trying to do all types of dances that it take them 20 years to catch up to. Okay, they're doing all types of things. And guess what? We were supposed to be a light unto the Gentiles. Now, we may not know that in its fullness now because we are a fallen people. But the remnant, let me tell you, it's too late to keep talking about how much we have fallen now, because we're already at the end. We are already at the end. Yes, the information is going to come out, but we are already here. Yes, we're going to pull people out of the fire, but now we're getting ready to let me tell you, stand in our responsibility. Stand, you understand, in our government positions. to get ready to run the new world that's coming. But we have to already be having a certain mindset, because guess what? Our poor ignorant brothers and sisters are just taking the bag. You understand, the same bag that Eve and Adam took when it came to the garden, the tree of good and evil, because they were in poverty, they were in the curses, they didn't know who they were, so they were taken advantage of. So obviously they would take a bag, trying to get out of the hood, get out of their positions, not knowing that to whom much is given, much is required. Even when you jump into Satan's empire, he's not going to just give you money and give you power and you're not going to work for him and be on his side. Right? Let me tell you, at the end of the day, his job is to take your soul. So you get in these positions and you act all hard and cocky as if you've been doing this and been doing that, and you don't understand. Whatever kingdom you joined, you have a responsibility and a duty. Right? And you are a servant in this kingdom and don't even know. Maybe you think because you have a little money, you've made it. But you're going to understand where things are going very soon. Right? But back to the subject. If you want to get caught up on some of this history that I'm talking about, of why everything is surrounded and every movement is made because of us, because of the children of Israel, right? Specifically the children of Judah, who David, Solomon, Christ came through those loins. These are predominantly, you understand, those children. A small percentage of them obviously is in America, but that's really who the world follows, because this is really what they call the best country in the world, right? So the whole world obviously is going to follow the best country in the world. No, not because of they just named it that, but because the children of the kingdom are here. No one's following Africa. No one's following, you understand, Jamaica. No one's following Australia, Hawaii. Those places are very good tourist places. But when it comes to anything, it's going to start with those little Negroes here in America. Right? Now, by default, the Gadites who mix with them, the West Indians, and the Haitians who are here, obviously they're going to fall right under that category, because this is the southern kingdom of Israel predominantly. The northern kingdom, which are the what they would call the Aboriginal Native Indians. Okay? But here in America, we're really talking about Judah, okay? So, look at some of this history here that's taught in this school, in this academy. It is the history of the Tower of Babel, whom a lot of people don't know that these same people who built this place, their children are walking among us every day. The Nimrodians, the East Indians, some of them Pakistanis, right? The secret war of Edom against the Israelites. That's who I was talking about, those two brothers in that womb. The desolation of abomination. All right, we teach that. We open up the books of Daniel, go in them. We open up the books of Revelation. We can go in them and open those scrolls. Open those seals, excuse me. How to calculate time according to the Bible. The Bible was separated into 50s, Jubilee years. All right? Things they are not teaching in any church. And let me tell you, I've been to many churches. I have not heard this ever. If you want to understand and get caught up, especially in this time, this is the place for you. A Nest Above the Stars, Satan's space program. What is NASA all about? What is the space military all about? It's all about that Negro black man. He don't have any money. He don't have any power. He don't own any banks. He don't own any armies. But every move is made because of him. Huh? Every move is made because of him. The world has a hate-love relationship with this person. Judah. And his brothers, the 12 tribes of Israel. The Puerto Ricans. The Hawaiians. The Filipinos. Yeah. The Aboriginals of Australia. The Cubans, the Colombians, the Mexicans. All of these people are not minority. They are actually the majority. These are brothers. I'm seeing them posting stuff about Arabs running around Detroit and all of this stuff, this corny movement they have. No disrespect, but it's pretty corny. The Arabs have not invented anything special since the earth was made. They don't even know Allahu Akbar was made by the Catholics. That's why they both counting beads. They both do things the same exact way. They are underlings to the Edomites or the modern day white people. All right, so yeah, they may have the numbers, but when they sitting back, just get your popcorn, because this is really just a show. They think they deep. They think they killing it out there. They think they moving in power. Let me tell you, Ishmael, my brother, come on and join Christ, because Esau then sold you another dream and put you out there in them hot, stinky, long garment, ninja garments, where it just smelling like a bunch of hot, old grease and falafels outside. Huh? And then you just go home and you eat, you eat some more falafels in that dark burnt grease. Okay? It's nobody's moving from that. It's all propaganda, and they're pushing you because our kingdom is coming. No disrespect, but y'all don't really got nothing going on. So you really need to hop in. You understand, the spaceship with the fly guys. I'm just telling you the truth. When we go over there, no disrespect, but your women tell us that you think you too much of yourself. They like a humble man who can treat a woman good. Don't forget that's why Ishmael, when you look into history, Ishmael, the Arabs, he was trying to kill his own brother with a bow and arrow. His brother was a little kid, and he was a grown man trying to kill his brother with an arrow. But it's all good because we're forgiving. That's one thing that Christ taught us. We're very forgiving people. You may have the numbers, but guess what? We don't need the numbers. Our God is showing through the prophecies that he only needs a remnant of people to whip behind. Okay? Give me a little bit of that watermelon juice there. The final battle of Armageddon that we see brewing right now in the Middle East. 50,000 mosques are shutting down, my elder brought out a week or two ago, in Iran. They've always known who we were. They're playing this little role as much as they can, but they already know they have to bring the last imam, which is Christ. They already understand that the people living in the land of Israel over there are not Jews by blood, but by conversion. No disrespect, that's just the truth. And they people over there will tell you that. It's not like I'm saying something outlandish. It's just the truth. We have nothing even against them. I don't have something against someone who is prophesied to be there because my forefathers sins. If my forefathers would have not sinned, we would have still been in that land. Right? Shalom, Elder Dale. Shalom, Deacon Azaniah. You know, I definitely got this shirt on. I failed to mention Life Row Records. Life Row Records, and its trademark. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you for this shirt, my brother. You already know what it is. You know, got Yeshaya sitting on the throne. Instead of one of our brothers sitting in an electric chair, it's about life and not death. Life Row Records. You know what I mean? Life Row Records. If you want to get you one of them shirts, you got to get it, my boy Azaniah. You already know. Life Row Records. Official. So you now let me tell you, you can't just put this shirt on. You can't just put this shirt on if you ain't no frontliner in Christ. See what I'm talking about? Yes, indeed. You already know what it is. But anyway, so covenant under fire. Will your marriage stand? We'll be talking a little bit about that tonight, a little bit, because the responsibility for Israelites being in the kingdom, we have to have our households in order. Is Christ going to give back a kingdom to people who is just a bunch of single people who can't get their households in order? Do you deserve the kingdom if you don't know how to love yourself, your family, and each other? You don't deserve a kingdom if you can't love your own. So just keep that in mind. So these are the lessons. Okay, the 12 brand new lessons. All right. Extra, they do teach Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, which is the language of our God and our people. Okay, it's nothing wrong with learning the new Hebrew as well, but we are teaching the ancient Hebrew. Okay, it is on Sundays. Okay, if you cannot watch it, it is recorded. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you got conversational Hebrew, proper grammar, original Hebrew, and also they have world news to keep you up to date what's going on with world prophecies. Things that cannot be spoken about on the normal YouTube channel that we should be able to have monetized, but they're always shadow banning the channel. All right, they don't want to speak about us, you understand, on the news media unless they try to find something negative. Because they know we're going to wake up your mama, your granny, your daddy, your pappy, whether they white, black, blue, orange, whatever. They're afraid of that. They're only going to show Israelites who's cursing people out, who's racist, because they are afraid for you to join the remnant of the Most High, whether you be Jew or Gentile, because all nations can get into the kingdom of Christ. Now, yes, the Jews will have their own kingdom within the gates, and the Gentiles will be in the outer courts of their own lands. But it will be all peace. No weather warfare, no warfare. You understand? No war. Just peace. How God intended it to be. Right? So I just wanted to put these things out there really quick. Responsibility before entering the kingdom. To whom much is given, much is required. I know you guys are seeing so many silly things on social media, just like me. I mean, man, I see some silly stuff out there. But I tell you, a lot of the things that I see, it seems to continue to be pushed as something good. Entertainment, when it comes to jesting, when it comes to joking, people going around with social, cameras for social media, putting their lives at risk for views. These days, people love attention. People are putting their lives at risk for views these days, guys. I mean, people are going around playing, putting cameras in people's faces, and then when someone puts their hands on them, all of a sudden they want to play victim. Should men of the Most High be doing these crazy things? Well, Matthew 7:21. I want to go there really quick before I get some of these videos. All right. Matthew 7:21. Like I said, I'm not going to be on so long tonight. Just give you a little food, a little applesauce tonight. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Matthew 7:21. Get that for you guys. This is the words of Christ. As a matter of fact, hold up, I want to go up. 15. Let's start at 15. It says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Now, I don't want to only talk about the prophets. Beware of false believers. People who are calling themselves followers of Christ, whether men or women, whether they're the leaders of a church or not. Beware of these type of people. This is how you can beware of them. You can know them by their actions and by their fruits, their consistent works. How do we know? Let's read. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Are there thistles on a fig tree? Are there thorns on a grape tree? No. Those things are on bramble bushes, like raspberries, blackberries. Okay? Even so, verse 17, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. So if you are a true follower of Christ, you're not going to be doing the things of the world and making excuses to why you're actually doing them. Regardless of how cool you are, if we're cool in the truth, it's like, hold up, brother. When I signed up for this walk and I put myself in this water, hey, you know what? We all have to grow up, right? And guess what? Everybody's time is going to be different. But eventually, if you want to stay stagnant, that's on you. I fear you understand the Lord in the kingdom of heaven up there. I fear him. And let me tell you, I have life and we have life because of him. And because he sent his son down to die for our sins. So let me tell you, it's time to grow up. The world is waxing worse. We are not supposed to wax worse. We are supposed to wax better than the world. Especially being that 97% of our people are going to die and perish. It's going to be 10% saved and a third from that. So why would I try to make myself look good in front of the world? No, the world needs to follow what I'm doing. I'm not looking to try to fit into the world. They're going to follow what I'm doing. And if they don't want to follow it, I don't give a damn about damned people. See, I'm not worried about if I'm not trying to fit in with them. It's people still trying to get record deals. What are you trying to get a record deal for? You can make your own record deal. As a matter of fact, you never needed to be with them. If you really understand how they move and you were doing your own thing, they would come for you and want to do partnership with you. They don't want wannabes. They understand who is profitable, who is an asset. If you're an asset to Christ's kingdom, they definitely want you on their side. But that's when it comes to you to stand your ground and say, no, I'm good. All money is not good money. Right? I wish you Godspeed. Okay? So, let's continue here. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So while you're trying to force somebody to be in this truth, let me tell you something. You're trying to force them to be in this truth. I know you want your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mother, your grandpa, your uncle, your nephew, your niece, whoever they are, your friend, your co-worker to be in this truth. But you're trying to force them. Y'all got it wrong. You can't force no fish to come out the water. See? And then sometime when you finally get the hook on the fish, you can't just pull it out the water every time. Every fish is not the same. Sometimes you got to let it wiggle a little bit. Sometimes they're going to wiggle a little bit before you can finally get them out the water. And that time may take some time. See? You know what I mean? One man watered. One man planted, one man watered, another one's going to get the increase. It just takes time, right? So you have to understand, stop trying to force people, because if you do that, you make yourself enemies. You end up putting people in a job or ministry they don't belong in, and then it bites you in the behind later. See, because it's about friendship and feeling sorry for people. And guess what? We all felt for stuff like this. I know I felt for it. You just want to help everybody. But do they want to help themselves? Do they truly want to learn? Do they truly want to get better? Because sometimes people are praying and asking amiss, meaning to use it upon their own lust, as the scripture says. God, I want you to help me with this and help me with that. But they don't intend to be hard workers. Maybe they don't even understand. Maybe they have good intentions. But we can't build the kingdom with good intentions and bad decisions. It comes to time where we have to learn from our mistakes so that we don't continue to make the same mistakes. Right? Let's continue. Wherefore, he said, verse 19, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits you shall know them. So Christ is saying you can't go by what somebody tell you. You can't go by what somebody's telling you. You have to be patient and try every spirit. Be not hasty to give credit, like it tells us in the book of Sirach. Oh, but they can sing. Okay, the devil can sing. So, Huh? They can cook. They have good looks. A lot of women get past you and are straight witches. A lot of women don't even know they are witches. They're following the world. And let me tell you, it's a lot of sisters in our church who looks up to witches, whether they know they're witches or not. I be seeing on their story, they be having witches on their story and don't even know it. They look up to these heifers. They look up to booty shakers. They look up to women who's carnal. I'm not surprised, because Eve was carnal. Eve became carnal. They seem innocent in your face, but I'm like, listen, I see you looking up to a heifer. Huh? What's a heifer? It's a cow. It's a female cow. Huh? Yeah. She's hard to maintain and control. And that's the ones they want to follow. Yes, I'm serious, Yakira Tahel. Oh yes, there's a lot of them out there. Let me tell you, they look up to women who's using profane language and all that. And I'm not judging nobody to say they perfect, but I'm just saying, nobody fooling me. Huh? They love the what's these little ladies, the lady who married the African man and all of that, took his money. They don't let these females play you, brothers. They looking up to these made up chicks out there, and they want to be like them. Huh? Don't let them play you. Okay? Be patient. See, men who can get women ain't worried about beauty. That's men who can get women ain't worrying about beauty at all. Obviously, he's not trying to pick someone uncomely to himself, but when he can get women, he not even tripping on stumbling on some woman's beauty. And guess what? That makes her jump in her witchcraft, because she want to get him, because she usually can take a man down. So now, because she can't take this man down easy, because he ain't really sweating her like that, now she needs to jump into her little craft. See? Yes. A lot of women don't even know they do witchcraft. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. The person who's doing the Most High's will. I'm not just talking about following the law. Duh. You got to follow the law when you're following Christ. Duh. Because then you have people who don't understand that part. They're following the law and they can't move forward because they just thinking about the law all day. They still got a life jacket in the water, falling like Peter was falling in his beginning of his ministry, instead of learning how to walk on water. Of course you got to follow the law, but you need to know when there's grace too. Okay? And every time I seem to help these people, I tell them like this. What type of material clothes you got? What type of material you sleeping in at night? Is it 100% linen or cotton? Okay, well, get up out of here with all that. Huh? I'm just saying. Right? Where you get your wine from? Do you know if that wine got dye in it? Do you know if that wine was strained with pig? Let me tell you, I can just deal with these cats. What's your brush made out of? Is it made out of pork? You want to keep going? What's your toothbrush bristles made out of? You want to keep going? What's about that polyester plastic you got on? You want to keep going? That one, we can just go all day. You can't follow the law in this captivity fully. And I'm saying it to the people who's judging others as if they're better. That's all I'm saying. But that's not why I started the lesson today. These people who think they deep but really shallow. These is the know-it-all, know nothing at alls. You know, I got to come on here. It just let it be known that they dealing with a dull butter knife. They can't even cut butter with the butter knife. You understand what I'm talking about? Responsibility before entering the kingdom. Huh? So I'm going to go to some videos here. Right? I have a lot of scriptures here, but I'll pick the ones I need. And, you know, because I'm just seeing a lot going on out here, man. And everybody's looking to the Israelite black man for answers. They're looking to him for answers. The reason I know, because no one actually understands how to walk in the spirit like us now that we have awakened. And we can actually see who we were now that we understand what's going on and how to help to fix the world, not to take advantage of it. Okay? Because our people know that we're the most talented. We understand that. As a matter of fact, when our sisters go to college and all that, let me tell you, they're the most intelligent. They graduate, let me tell you, at the top of the class more than any other nation, period. This is the truth. These are facts. Not that that means anything to a black man, but this is just the truth. I'm saying overall, this is who we are. We top, let me tell you, we top everybody and everything. But we don't benefit financially as a kingdom from it overall. Or we don't benefit family-wise as a community or kingdom from it all. All right? So that's the issue with us. Why? Because we don't know our God. We don't love our God. We don't love each other. We don't know our God. Huh? We cut each other off before giving time to get to know each other. So let me see what I want to go into first really quick. Give me one moment. Now, I'm going to give you an example here. Because, hey, let me tell you something. I remember being overseas and talking to this rich millionaire white guy who used to, he used to do a little something in the streets. That's all I'm going to say. But he really looked up to us, and he really looked up to me. I mean, he had way more than me. But the strength the Most High gave me in that gym, you understand, it's just what it is. He, and obviously we related because I used to run the streets a little bit. Nothing to brag about at all. That's a part of my life I don't want to brag about. But I'm just not, I can be in the same room with these people and not feel like a little mouse in front of a cat. So obviously they know that. So we became really cool in Europe. And he would tell me, he said, man, he was an honest white guy. He was like, man, I don't know how you guys are just so strong. And he just really admired black people. He's like, man, we got to take steroids. We got to do all these different things. But one thing he didn't like a cocky black guy. He didn't like a show off or a poor guy. Because he wasn't no punk. He wasn't no mark. He wasn't no weak white man. I'm going to tell you right now. In Europe, they're going to throw them hands with you. The white guys out there, they're going to throw them hands with you. So I respected his mind. He respected mine. But I respected the fact that we both could be honest about these things without some racism or something. And it just goes to show, no matter where we travel, as long as we're humble, as long as we're showing the spirit of Christ, these people will open up to us, give us whatever, because they really know who we are, even if they don't know who we are and what we could do. Right? He was like, listen, I don't know how these cats just go up in there, no steroids, just hitting certain weights. He said, I don't know how this is even possible. You know what I mean? And he's like, I be on the roids and I can't even do nothing close to it. Right? And that's just one example. I done heard that so many times. They be like, man, are you on roids? How can you possibly do this? Because they can do all of these things but still not add up to us. When I'm in the gym, I go in there, I hear guys talking about tests, and I'm not talking about herbal testosterone. And I know all the white guys in there, that's what they're on. And they're trying to figure out how are these black guys up in here doing this stuff. How? It's from our God. And we know if we have this at our lowest, what are we going to have when we get back into the kingdom? So being that we are already here, we got to start showing that and being responsible. So whether you understand that we're the Israelites or not, you can't go around stealing people's women, taking advantages because the world loves the black man and black woman. You can't do that. That's called what our guy said, whoremongering and fornicating. He didn't want whores and whoremongers. Sometimes some of our people are a little ignorant to who we are, and they know that these people look and love our people, but we're supposed to show them family. We're supposed to show them we love each other. Obviously, people are going to interracial date and do whatever they're going to do, but I'm talking about those of us who know better. We're taking what the Most High gave us sometimes and just taking advantage of people and what the Most High and what He actually gave us for good. Which is why when you hear people talking about, we got the powers now, we got the spiritual powers now. Negro, no, we don't. Because all you're going to do is go to Facebook Live and show it off. All you're going to do is go to Facebook Live and show it off. See, a true man with power, he wouldn't use it unless it was absolutely necessary. And it's a remnant of men like that walking around. They would just go spend money just because they have it. Because they realize I don't actually need money. If I have food, shelter, and raiment, and I'm not buying things to show off that don't have purpose, not that I can't have anything nice like a king and a prince, but it's all about purpose. Everything is not supposed to be live streamed every time. All right? I'm just saying. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. You have two, what people call snow bunnies out there, but these two Edomite sisters. All right, I don't know them at all, but it's the youth is out there interviewing, and excuse their dress and their attire, but obviously we watch movies, we see things. This is the world. Nothing to be shocked about. But I wanted you to more so focus instead of their outward appearance. Okay. I want you to understand what they're saying about the Israelite man, what they think. There's a lot of interviews out there, and I want you to understand that I saw this stuff in the flesh. And one thing I realized is that one thing I saw when I was overseas, you have some brothers who will go overseas and all that and act a dang on fool, and they make us look very bad. Okay, and then you have some of us who walks upright. You have women trying to jump all over us from all nations, and they see us deny it and walk in Christ. These same people, let me tell you, these same people, years later, calling my brother, saying, hey, I want you to teach me more about the God you follow. I want you to teach me more about Christ. Right? It's not that they didn't think these other people are handsome and all these different things. But they know the difference, guys. These people are not stupid. The Greeks seek wisdom. Jake seeks a sign, but the Greek seeks wisdom. Jake ain't going to look up to us for the most part unless we're rich, because all of our people are in captivity. But being that these other Gentiles already have money and things like that, they're looking at the difference in what type of Israelite or black person, so-called African American we are. And all of the ones who see us stay in continual righteousness and diligence, let me tell you, they understand that these people there are different. These are different. But this other person is no different than the Negroes I see in the rap videos and on TV. And I'm not judging all of them, but I'm telling you, to whom much is given, much is required. So as you go forth in this earth, and the Most High has given you different benefits and different things to do, ministries and otherwise, don't be a fool and take advantage of what He's giving you, because then you're going to perish. Listen to what these women say, and guess what? They're too pretty. I wouldn't say they have to show all that just to be pretty, but they're two pretty white women, right? And let's see what they say here. Me and my wife were looking at this like, hey, I mean, fair use for educational purposes only.
Have confidence.
White or black men?
I like black men. If it ain't dark, there ain't no spark.
So why black men?
So listen, I'm not playing this video for us to get excited like, ooh, I need to go out and get me a white girl. That's not why I'm playing this video. I'm showing you the whole world Israelite man, let me tell you, you are the rulers and the governors of the kingdom to come. The whole world on the low, is looking up to you. Some of them don't know how to balance their flesh and their hormones and their feelings, because they get a chance to actually be around you and whatever the case may be. So you have to expect how fleshly people are going to actually act. But I'm telling you, by just seeing these things, we have a bigger duty than that. Okay? Because it gets deeper than this.
White man.
Honestly, I feel like it's just like the charm, the swag. I would go for a white man, but he not country.
I think it's
not a country.
It's the way they carry themselves. A lot of white men don't have confidence.
I agree.
Like if a white guy had confidence that he looked good, then that's fine. I don't really care about color for real. It's about how you carry yourself.
I agree with that. It's confidence, it's personality, charm.
And white guys just most of the time don't have that.
Sometimes.
Now listen. Hey, they're speaking for themselves. I am not playing this video to put down Edomite men or white men at all. They are my brothers. But unfortunately, the truth is, the Most High made Judah. Why? Because Christ came through his loins, the king line. That's just what it is. You know. You really can't hate, you can't be mad at the fact that Judah is who he is. It's just what it is. But with that being said, we can't just use it for stupidity, worldly reasons, fornication, vainglory, right? So we have to show them a different side outside of, man, he must be, hey, he must be this and that. And you guys know what I'm saying. That's what they're playing on, Hollywood, reality TV, movies. It's all about the fleshly side. But what about the spiritual side of healing the earth, of keeping families together, of bringing back peace, diplomacy, like when Solomon was ruling before he fell, right? People can't help themselves otherwise, obviously, but at the same time, just because people feel that way, it's just like you go in the store. Just because all of those nice, beautiful candies look good, don't mean they're good for you. All right?
They have it.
They're fair. They usually hang around black guys, though. The white guys who have it hang around black guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A lot of white men.
So what they're saying is, for their particular choice, which no one can be mad at, but I'm going to tell you, it's a far cry from the white settlers who came over here. You're looking at a total new type of Edomite. I'm going to tell you straight up, just from some of these images you can see here. You looking at a total different. Let me see if I can pull this up bigger, if it don't get no ads and stuff coming in there. These are the old Esau right here. Hey, it's a long way from how they used to look, guys. Judah have influenced them so much to where when you look at them, you be like, hold up. Is this Esau here? The hunter, children, let me tell you, just a sprinkle of salt is all it took. And let me tell y'all, Denzel Washington, when you go back from his father's line, is Esau. But you wouldn't be able to tell from the Jake that's in him on the woman's side. All it takes is a little Jake. A little Jake shake of that salt. Hey, and you're going to have a whole different walk. And you're going to be stylish in your walk. That's just what it is. And that's why we show things like the effect, what do they call that? The black girl effect when they marry or something like that. When they marry other nations, how they'll show the guy he a little corny at first, and all of a sudden he's dressing different, he's looking different. Well, that's not the only reason we were called. That's just something our God gave us. But the whole deal is, we're not doing that for each other. You can take someone else from another nation and turn them from a whole 360 of who they are. But what about each other? What about each other? It seems that we can't do these things for each other, and that's a big issue. So do you think that Christ is going to be happy with that when he comes back? Let me get my next video really quick. No matter where you go, people don't want to say it, but in the Russian icons and everything, everybody knows who we are. They know that Christ and the disciples were black people, and they just had to keep it on the hush. All right, here we go. Fair use, educational purposes only.
Why the Slavic women, they like the black or the really dark.
Now, if there's any type of profanity or anything, forgive it. I don't think it is, but if it is, please forgive it.
And to be specific, by the way, Polish women, like Eastern Europe, they fucking love black men. And if you ask them, they'll tell you they're more masculine. They smell amazing of coconut oil. They tend to like really look after themselves. And by the way, when I go to get a manicure and a pedicure, there's always black men in there getting their nails done. They actually look after themselves, but at the same time, they're really masculine. Yeah, Dutch women go crazy for them. When you're talking about Russia, they'll sort of accept anyone if they're dark. Like.
So listen, she said they will accept anyone if they're dark. They'll take one of the low black men. That's how important the Most High have made Judah. And I am not just talking about from the flesh. They're seeing the flesh. It's our job to show them the spiritual side. Right? It's our job to show them that. Regardless of our state and where we are, we have to understand our forefathers put us in this position. But we still have to understanding that we need to know we still have a job to do as we're coming back to who we are. Okay? Because the kingdom requires action, not just belief. Okay? So, I'm going to show some more scriptures in a second, but I wanted to go through a few of these. And it's not just based on just that, but this one is going to bring me to my next scripture here. Excuse her attire, but I'm showing this video because you see what these women said before. And then you will have people, young men, maybe they didn't have fathers, whatever the case may be. But it's okay. Tonight you can get the information of why it's not good to do that. Why it's not good to be a whoremonger, fornicator, covet someone else's husband or wife. Whether they're truly married or not, if that's his girl, let her be. If they're dealing with each other, living with each other and all that, you let them be. Instead of listening to all of these vain songs talking about, I can do it better than he can or she can. No, that's not who we are. We have a responsibility of being who we are. You guys are not tired of not seeing family together? Let me tell you, back in the days there was family reunions when you seen the people staying together. There's no more family reunions. Everybody's split up. They didn't gave us people cell phones. People don't care about going to no family reunions no more. And then none of them together no more. It's all this. It used to be tabloids, and now it's social media madness all over the place. Who cares about who wants you? Who cares about how handsome and beautiful we are if we can't have our own families? They're going to love us whether we up or down. But what about our family, our people? What about our people? I'm not mad at them because they love us. It's all good. I love them too. But I'm talking about they have their nation. We are supposed to be the representation of the Most High. You're supposed to be there, taking up for your daughter, your wife, being able to go visit mom. We just worrying about how many white girls we can get, how many Asians we can pop. No. Right? It's a bunch of little Solomons that have been created from our forefathers' sins. Somebody's going to have to break these curses. And this young man is so childish. For whatever reason, I don't know. So I'm not judging them off of that. But I'm telling you, this is how we can't be. This is not, I'm showing this because this is not who our God showed us to be. Just because we're number one on earth when it comes to the flesh. All right? Fair use.
What I do, I wouldn't disrespect you and your girl like that. You think it's all fucking cute? No, you basically destroyed our relationship. She had one goddamn chance to make it up to me.
And this was the chance. I fucked it up. Don't
Excuse the
blame her,
language.
blame me.
I'm angry at both of you because she let it happen.
I'll force myself to come up here.
So he's playing around like a little child. And in Exodus 20 it said, covet not thy neighbor's husband or wife. Now obviously he don't know that, but come on guys, to a certain degree we don't need the Bible to know don't take somebody else's wife, guys. We don't need the Bible for certain basic things now. Yeah, this guy may not have any style, any swag, whatever you want to call it. But is it right to go and take another man's wife? Just because you can. Let me tell you, a king is supposed to be able to have, hey, everybody wants the king. But that don't mean everybody can have the king. That's what makes a king so important. Huh? That's what makes a king so important. You don't think that you're gonna have to look over your shoulder? So just because you tough, just because you handsome, just because God made your genetics good for procreation, you go around showing it off. You don't think you're gonna have to look over your shoulder? You mess with the wrong one? That's not why our God called us. He called us to be royal. Deuteronomy 7:6, a holy people. And so this young man is just laughing, and then when he's in prison somewhere, or Esau gets back to his nature, rolling around on the ground, make it to where you can't be found, no sound, just because you get hit with a few rounds. Messing with somebody's wife. It's not right. And this guy thinks it's funny. This white guy is afraid of him. Obviously, by nature, they're afraid of us. And he's like, stop being mad at her. You need to be mad at me. So he's really bullying him indirectly. Now, I'm not saying it's not our fault that people love us, but at the same time, I'm just saying we have to be respectful. We have to be respectful, guys. Seriously. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. He that loves the world does not love the Father.
Her when she was drunk.
I did.
You said you would forgive both of us.
I
this
take
is
a
not
form
very
of
He
John
too,
though.
You didn't even
You
give him
set
a
this
chance.
up.
No, she didn't.
How did you know she was here?
Because I got a location. It's on Snapchat, man.
Free 99. You gotta use Snapchat
I popped up here. I thought we
filters.
was all
You can't
good.
use a Snapchat filter without your location being
I
on.
thought we were all
I think
good,
we
Mark.
should
That's
all
why.
have a talk.
Yeah, I think we should,
Please,
man.
Mark.
Give him a kiss.
Hey.
So this young man thinks this is funny. Guys, let me tell you something. I may have made some mistakes in the world, but one thing I'm glad that I learned was principles. Let me tell you, I know just by nature I wouldn't want somebody doing something like that to me. So I wouldn't want to do it to someone else. I'm not judging you if that's what you did, because Christ, everybody could repent contritely and all that. But man, I'm just grateful that regardless if this girl is a fine chick and this is a cornball, Pee Wee Herman, she's not my wife. She's not my girl. Let him have his own situation. You find your own. I don't care if she's looking at you with the eye. But listen, we already read how that goes with the testament of Reuben, how they look at you and deceive you with the eye. If she's with him, she needs to be with him. She either with him or she ain't with him. It's just not right. And then now, this dude come and take you out, and then we supposed to cry for you because he killed a black man. And then they like, well, his woman wanted to be, she chose. What about us just living in our principles of Christ, period, in our law? Huh? And not only that, they come and hurt you, then they hurt somebody your family or whatever the case may be, because you're ruining their life. You're supposed to be a light to the Gentiles, guys. Let's go to 2 Ezra 7 and 56 really quick. 2 Ezra 7 and 56. Just really quick. Excuse me. One second. Second Ezra 7 and 56 says, for while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer it for it after death. So while these people are playing around thinking it's all a game, that's why they're doing it, because some people think that God is not real. Some people think that the devil is not real. Huh? But then let me tell you, when what they call karma starts happening, now they want to cry in the car. Huh? For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. So if he don't get these things right, what we're talking about tonight, right, he's going to suffer. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing I say. Because you're going to walk through temptation. You're going to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. This is all around you. Temptation is all around you. Everything is ready to take you out. Especially you being an Israelite. It happens to any man, but especially you being an Israelite. That 58 says that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, nor me, which have spoken unto them. That there should not be such heaviness in the destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded salvation. I answered then and said, I know, Lord, that the Most High is called merciful, in that he had mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his law, and that he is patient and long suffered those that have sinned as his creatures, and that he is bountiful, for he is ready to give where needed, and that he is of great mercy, for he multiplied more and more mercies to them that are present and that are past, and also to them which are come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue with them that inherit them. And he pardoned, for if he did not so of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, then 10,000 part of men should not remain living. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, and put out the multitude of contentions. There should be very few left peradventure in an innumerable multitude. Now look, brothers and sisters, we were walking around with multiplied mercies. So the things that we see these people joking around, playing around, doing, let me tell you, the Most High would have took us out a long time ago. Even after the law. Even after we fell from the law. Let me tell you, little stupid things that we just saw right there, let me tell you, we wouldn't make it. The mercies have been multiplied. So when we're going out there with this word, our brothers and sisters are not listening, they still have mercy. But what do you think is going to happen to them when their final time is up? After all of this mercy has came out to them. Ezra said they didn't listen to Moses, they didn't listen to me. And then they're not listening to the teachers of the prophets. So we are the teachers of the prophets now. We're the teachers of Christ and the prophets before him. Right? We're the shepherds. Lord have mercy. Let me see here what I want to get here. One second. We are supposed to be a light unto the Gentiles. A light unto the Gentiles. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 14 through 16. Matthew 5. What does it say here? Let's go to 13. Ye are the salt of the earth. We have all the style, all of what they call swag, the talent. He gave that to us, not ourselves, to walk around cocky and in vanity. Selfishness to be worshipped as a god, to take advantage of people. And then when we taking advantage of people, we don't know the devil taking advantage of us. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? If you're going around taking advantage of people and misusing the power your God gave you to guide the earth, what's the point of you having all of that, possessing all of that? What's the point of that? You think you all that, huh? Huh? If any man thinketh himself to be something, he knoweth nothing. And we're not talking about you shouldn't think you nothing like, you understand, like a depressed person. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about cockiness, arrogance, like the devil. Okay? So, it is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. What is Christ saying here? If you have something that I've given you, like the Holy Spirit, if you have talent that you were born with, strength, everything that the other Gentiles would want that they don't have, if you don't use it for good, you're going to burn in hell. You've wasted what I've given you for vainglory, for stupidity. I just can't stop fornicating. I don't know what's going on with me. Negro, you know what's going on with you. You don't want to do better. Just stop it. You're going around damaging families, having babies, leaving babies, dealing with women all over the place. And if you keep going that way, you're going to end up dealing with men, because let me tell you, there's greed in this stuff. You know, all the fornicators who could just have any woman they want, a lot of these cats end up dealing with men. That's what end up happening down the line. That's what I hear from these cats. That they didn't have every woman they can have. They're like rich people. I didn't bought everything. I can't buy nothing else. You have to have a spirit, a Holy Spirit, to contain you. You have to want to do good. Do you actually want to do good? Do you want to have your own family? Do you love yourself? Or have you forgiven yourself, the people in your past? Are you blaming people for what you're doing? Sometimes somebody have died in the family or something happened to a person and they still blaming people and they doing that. Let me tell you, you can make all the excuses you want to, but what's going to happen is he's knowing you by your fruits. Ye are the light of the world, a city that is set on a hill that cannot be hid. Judah can't be hid. You can do whatever you want to do, and a white girl gonna take the lowest of the lowest of black men, and just to walk around and feel confident, because when it come to putting on a hip hop song, can't nobody do no steps like Judah. And she want to learn to dance. She want to do the Cupid shuffle. She want to do the Harlem shuffle. She want to do the shake this, shake that. She want to whatever. But let me tell you, that's not why we were made. Just for entertainment. We were not made just for entertainment. And I see a lot of musicians, they were so cocky because they can play music, sing and stuff like that, dance, and they were handsome. And guess what? Just like Solomon, it was their downfall. They turned to drugs. And then you hear a lot of them, they was on some LGBT stuff before they died. So what I'm telling you is keep on being the same thing. I can name these cats. All right? So you got a responsibility to do. Verse 15 says, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. So you can't have this power and run away from it, because that's just what it is. This is what you was given. You can't dim your light. You was given it for a reason. You was given it for a purpose. But on the candlestick, and it give it light unto all that are in the house. 16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. Don't show off your talents for evil, because you're going to look like a fool and you're going to end up doing life in prison. You know, all these cats, they putting money to their ear and, you know, doing stupid stuff. They thinking that God is not going to see their works. Oh, I'm going to show you a video about it. Let me tell you, this is how it keeps going. I'm going to show you. Glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I'm come to destroy the law of the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. And whoever is going to be written in the book of life, that's who's going to be written in the book of life. You want to walk around in the book of death, that's on you. We life roll records around here, baby. We listen, death will be gone. The sting of death will be gone. Let's jump to 19. Whoever, you know what? No. 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Don't let nobody, no witch or no warlock, drug dealer, pimp, hustler, let me tell you, whore, tell you, oh, I don't listen to religion, I follow the universe. Ain't that what Monique said out there? The little comedian Monique? I follow the universe, baby. It's too much laws for me. The white man wrote the Bible. But then they want to tell you about what the white man is doing, but then they're following the white man's religion. The universe is a white man's religion. It came all, and they got it from Babylon. You want to talk about the white man, but you following his religion. You following him and his God. Satan is the god of Edom. You didn't know that, did you? You want to complain about how they not giving you enough money for your Hollywood roles. Come on now. Oh, look, Sharon Brown, y'all elders be wearing some serious shirts. Listen, it gotta be, baby. It gotta be. And I'm gonna tell you, you can't just floss this shirt if you ain't serious. I'm gonna keep it real with you like that. You got to be a real one. See what I'm talking about? Oh yeah. We got to represent. We have responsibility for the kingdom. You know when Death Row stood up on the stage, they shook the whole earth. But let me tell you, they ain't shake no earth. Let me tell you, compared to when we stepped on the stage. And I ain't talking about the stage of performance. I'm talking about Israelites waking up the whole earth, being the light to the world, showing Christ. That's what I'm talking about. The reason I know, because the whole world is ending because of the word of the Lord. Yeah. They don't want to even make mention of us on the news. That we love everybody. And we healing everybody. You would have thought that if it was all about religion and peace and love in Christ and Jesus Christ in America, that they would be showing how we changing thousands of lives every day. You would have thought they would show all of these things. Now that's what's shaking the earth. Anybody can pull a trigger or a pistol and hate each other like Cain, but nobody wants to show the love of it. They want to show you the movies of whites and blacks hating each other. But I bet you they hate when they hear they white daughters talking about, oh, I'd rather choose a black man when they came from a white man. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying. I know they can't stand that. I know you can't stand that. You got all the money, all the so-called power, and they still want a broke brother like me because of humility. Esau, your pride have deceived thee. Your pride have deceived you. Let me tell you, a true man don't need no money to get a woman. He should have it. He should have it. He should have that before he does it. But I'm saying in the modern day world, let me tell you, you could be rich. I didn't seen it. I didn't went to just to have a little drink at the bar with my brother. And let me tell you, yeah, the girls, they'll come sit right there. And then guess what? I ain't worrying about them. I'm not worrying about no flesh. My brother got his own wife. I'm chilling. And they just sit there to see we gonna holler. We not finna holler at you. And because we didn't holler at them, guess what? They went over there in the VIP to the rich section. But guess what? We didn't need no money to have them. She done went over there to them. He thought he was a man. I'm like, dude, I could have walked out here with this chick with no money. And when I have money, it's the worst for you. You see the difference is the gift the Most High gave the black man. What he have is like 7 times to what a man actually have in the world. Because of everything how he was made. Jacob was a smooth man dwelling in tents. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, let's get to it. One second, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. We're going to have to get off of here in a second. Now, I want to show something really quick of how we have to love one another. Of how we have to love one another. How husbands have to love their wife as a church, and wives, you have to love your husband. Because let me tell you, you see how those white girls spoke about the black man? Hey, what you want to say is, oh, why they want to marry our men? Because you don't want them. You've been tricked into not wanting them. You've been tricked into being worshipped as a god and an idol, goddess and an idol, and you don't want your man. And then you mad when somebody else want him. You don't want him until your life mess up. You don't want your man. You get jealous when somebody else wants your man. And then when you finally get your man, he got to accept you for who you are. That's the main statement. He got to do all of these things for you and all of this stuff. And then you get with a white man that's like, oh, he lets me wear my hair natural. He understands me and all this garbage that black men been saying. Huh? I'm just saying. We got to fix these things. We have to love each other. We have to love each other. Ephesians 5:25 says, husbands love your wives even as Christ loved the church. 1 Timothy 5:8, but if any provide not for his own, he had denied the faith. So we have a responsibility to show forth family in this world so that the Edomites, the Japhites, the Arabs, the Persians, that they can see that Israel is coming back. We can't just come back because we're calling ourselves Israelites. Hey, Israelites, you got to show that you're Israelites with family. A kingdom has families. It's a bunch of single women on this side. It's a bunch of men on this side. That's how we coming back, huh? It's no fathers, mothers, and children, right? We coming back a bunch of single mothers. That's how we coming back, huh? No, we got some work to do. You talking about all the work you want to do. It's work right in front of you. Get yourself together. Get you and your family together. And guess what? While you're doing it, and when we come together on the Sabbaths and doing the ministries, by default, we are building the kingdom. You can't hang out too long with each other. You got to get your families in order. You're going to see each other every Sabbath, doing the ministry, doing the feast days. We all supposed to be building our families in the kingdom together. Preparing for what's coming for us. Not saying, well, it ain't work out, with us. Okay, well, what kingdom you looking for? You going back into the curses? The devil is the one who breaks up families. The devil is the one who breaks up families. So, men, it's your responsibility to get off your behind, make some of yourself. I don't care if the world is dying. Your kingdom is coming. If you truly have faith in Christ, you're not worrying about the kingdom, Esau's kingdom falling. If my kingdom is coming, I feel like the way is being parted for me. That's how I think. I don't care about no tribulations and obstacles. I'm going to be knocking them out while I'm building my kingdom. Choose you the right woman. Take your time. Not just for looks. Build you up the next righteous generation. And not to go back into the curses. We seen to getting to the truth. Oh man, it didn't work out. And we going right back into the curses. And then you don't want to work out for your husband. You don't want to work out for your husband. Hey, the Asians is running. The white girls is. You don't know how you be driving downtown in your little areas. You see all the white girls running and the Asians running, and the husband be like, "You want to go run? You like to work out? That's not my thing. That's not what I do." Okay, well, don't get mad when he looking on Instagram. Don't get mad. He don't got nothing else to look at around there. I had your babies. That's what you finna hear. I've heard so many black women say that. And then when I heard this video, whether it's a prank or not, this is what black women do. That's why they knew how to make this video, because they know exactly what to say, what they be saying. Check it out. Fair use. Boy, we don't want to work out, boy, as a nation.
By my husband. Simply because I'm not a gym girl and I don't go to the gym often, as he quote do or whatever, and I have gained weight.
You have. What's the problem? You can't. Well, I'm not sure why you can't understand that you gain weight, and I'm not really attracted to you like that no more.
What?
Look. I know every woman in the room. Ooh, I know he didn't just say that. Yes, he did. Your issue is, and I'm going to teach you because I love you. I'm going to teach you because I love you. He's either going to go get him another woman if you keep on being with this attitude. And let me tell you, you're going to be alone, and eventually nobody going to want you anyway. That's just the truth of how it's going to happen. He's supposed to just accept you being overweight. This is not anything new, people. Men, when they get a woman, beauty plays a part. It don't play the only part. It shouldn't be the only part. but it will play a part. That's how men are programmed to reprocreate, to be fruitful and multiply. There was something inside of the man. Oh, she looks good. This is the one I can be with to procreate. Now, it just so happens there's too many harlots out today, but it's a part of it is what I'm saying. Don't think that's going to go away because he had your baby. That don't leave him. I done seen old men run into signs looking at behind. They don't mean no harm. They don't mean they trying to get with it. They don't mean they trying to fornicate. But that's just a man to a certain degree on some level. Because women shouldn't be dressing how they are modern day. Because they are, it turns on something in the man. That don't mean that's what he want to do. That's how Satan designed this. To get a man to, he can be focused. Let me show you how I know what I'm saying. It's true. If women were dressed not provocative and in holy garments, the antenna wouldn't go off on men. Just the truth. If a man will be able to go to Instagram, type in something morally sound, he would see no women showing behind. No antenna needs to go off, nothing. It will be a beautiful, good world. That's just the truth. As soon as there's something promiscuous going on there, you turn on the antennas. So do women have power outside of their looks? But it also does matter to a certain degree. Because this man is saying here, hey, listen. I want to be attracted to you. But what you're saying, why are you so shocked? That when I got with you, this is how you looked. And he's been patient because it's been 2 years. You want to hear?
What do you mean? How, though? I just had your baby. So what do you mean you're not attracted to me no more because I gained weight?
You had the baby 2 years ago.
Okay, and?
2 years.
Okay, and everybody just don't snatch back. So what? I didn't snatch back.
You didn't need 2 years to snatch back if you would have got your ass in the gym. It's just that simple.
So that's what it is. You don't want me no more because...
I didn't say I didn't want you no more. You got the opportunity to get
If you're not attracted to me, you don't want me.
So let's argue about the little childish things instead of addressing the elephant in the room. You see, even if you are actually in the process of doing it, a man gonna give you grace. But when he see you just eating potato chips, not trying to do nothing, not trying to do anything, unfortunately, you can't be mad at him. Hey, it's all good. If that's your choice to do that, understand that his eyes may, not that they should, they may go elsewhere. He probably didn't ask you to work out together, and you done made every excuse in the book. You know, I'm breastfeeding, I'm doing this and that. Let me tell you something. My last baby I had, my wife, we was working out before she had the baby. Then she was working out with the baby. Pretty much the percentage dropped just to make sure she's going to have a safe pregnancy. That helps you to not gain too much weight. Helps you to strengthen yourself when you're having a baby. And the doctors lie to you and tell you need to eat for 2. That's a lie. They want you to have this depression after pregnancy. Postpartum depression. They want you to have that. They want you to have it. So they tell you eat for 2. Huh? Knowing how hard it is to lose that. No. Eat a healthy diet and you're going to be fine. You don't have to be so extra overweight just because you're having a baby. That's just not true. Okay? This matters to men. I've seen it since I was a child. I heard my uncles, I heard grown men, the same stuff going on still to this day. And our sisters seem to argue. And I'm watching the other nations. And I remember working overseas, working in the gym. This white girl, she was a Danite. She hadn't had a few kids. And she was so disciplined. Had the same situation as any woman, any black woman, anybody else, but discipline, had abs and everything. She was making sure she stayed on it. And in my mind, I said, I know her husband is happy. I know her husband is happy. Men are attracted to that. They may not tell you that. They're attracted to a disciplined mindset. How do we know? The Holy Spirit is a feminine spirit, right? And what do they call her in the Wisdom of Solomon? The Holy Spirit is a spirit of discipline.
Don't want me no more because I've gained weight after bearing your child.
Girl math. I'm not. That's not what I said. What I said is, yeah, when we get to doing it, I'm not really feeling you like I was when we first came in this relationship. Hell, you look way better. I'm just being honest with you. So it's not. You should understand what I'm saying. If I get.
And guess what? This is all they say. Why you had to say it like that? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Listen, he is just a man. He's a man. You want somebody to lie to you and keep it real, but I guarantee you if he break up with you, let me tell you, because you talking back and going crazy, you going to get in shape for the next man. How many of y'all on here know what I'm talking about? Y'all sisters on there, your man done broke up with you and you got in shape for the next man. You know what I'm talking about. So you either going to keep the demon in you or you're going to do better for yourself and your husband. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. When your husband telling you something and you're fighting back at that, and this can go for men too. This can go for men too. Okay, it's not one-sided. But if it's something you know you're supposed to do and you always fight back and complaining about it, you know that's a demon and that's not you. That demon is not trying to come out of you. When Christ was trying to bind demons and take demons out, they didn't want to come out. So when you hear somebody, I don't want to do this, that's not my thing. Excuses and buts. That's a demon. It's not you. And so you'll stay the same and stay stagnant. You see, when I see people in wheelchairs working out, when I see people in wheelchairs doing pull-ups in wheelchairs, looking better than some people who still have their limbs and can do everything, then I look at it, I say, wow. It's all in the mind. It's all in the person's faith. You mean to tell me a person with no legs or their legs don't work has more faith than a person with legs? And I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
When you was in the gym, wouldn't you feel the same way?
No, because I love you at the end of the day. If I love you, then it doesn't matter how you look. What do you mean?
Girl, please. How many black women go around talking about how niggas look and all of this worldly stuff? Girl, he fine. He bow-legged. He this, he that. He got green eyes. Huh? You let me tell you, she is totally lying. In the book of Reuben, it talks about that women focus on the lust more than men. They will take lies to the grave, these wicked type of women here. She's trying to do anything to not make herself feel bad or look bad. Then she go in depression and blame him. Get some discipline and stop being lazy. And then you want to take his baby to somebody. You want to take his babies. You want to get in shape, get in shape and take his baby to somebody else, huh? Instead of just listening to the one you got. He's telling you, I do love you, but I don't want you to be a glutton. A glutton is a demon.
And what, 25 pounds?
So since I love you, I should just be okay with you just gaining 25, 30 pounds and not doing nothing, just sitting around the house.
Yeah, sitting around the house, making sure your kid is good, feeding your kid. Like, what do you want me to do?
So you can't feed the kids and go to the gym?
You already know I be having too much stuff going on, so why do I have to do all of that?
That's that demon. Excuses. You already know I be having too much. We know what the demon is truly saying. I don't want to come out. I want to be lazy. I love the potato chips. I love my life. I love social media. And when he decides he can't take anymore, he accidentally cheats or goes through something. When we hear the story, he cheated on me. He's so evil. I'm going to put him on child support. But really what it comes down to, he was trying to talk to you and say, hey, you know what? Hey, it's been 2 years. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Please. But he'll be the bad guy. I've seen it over and over and over. On both sides, we have a responsibility to keep our health in shape. This is our temple of God. We have a responsibility. You think when you get a heavenly body, what did Rock say? And he literally told her what he wanted her to do. Exactly. Do you think when we have a heavenly body that is going to be with spirits in it, guys? I'm just saying. I'm not joking here. I'm just being honest. We make too many excuses. We are the nation of God. We are the nation of the Most High. A lot of other nations are working out because they're trying to keep up with us. They're trying to be as strong as us. They're trying to stay healthy. We've been blessed with something. We'll take advantage of it. The fleshly beauty don't last forever, guys. So even at least for your health and outside of just looks, by default, you're going to look good anyway, but at least for your health, to stay around for your husband or wife. And you try your best of what you can do. Everybody has different situations, right?
You go to the gym. Like, that's what you like to do. That's not what I like to do.
But you don't
at this
work.
Point, you don't like
it's not about what we like to do. It's what we need to do. We are in the fleshly bodies now. We're not in the spiritual bodies. Let me tell you, when you work out your legs, your quads, where your insulin receptors are, you prevent yourself from things like diabetes and Alzheimer's, if you didn't know. When you work your glutes out, it's not just about looks, guys. It's not just about looks. Trust me when I'm saying. That's why a lot of other nations can, be mobile and functional. When they squat down, they still can squat down very low to the ground, sitting down like that. It's not only about looks, it's about health too.
Wait.
Yeah, that's true. You keep saying it like it's just gonna make me feel some type of way.
And you should.
Like, no, that's how I feel. So that's how I'm gonna keep feeling. You don't pay no bills, so why is it that you got so much going on with the kids that you can't go to the gym?
I have a question. So I have never
answering a question with a question. Boy, that's a demon. Can't be wrong. He ain't even trying to prove her wrong. He just saying, listen, if she decided to go to the gym tomorrow, this conversation would be done. If she decided to do better, who wants to be with a person who don't want to do better with one another? And he's already taking care of the bills and everything for her. How many sisters out there right now have to go to work? This dude is taking care of the bills and everything. But then you'll have sisters, they want to be in the world. They want somebody else to take care of their kids. I'm so tired of being at home. Well, okay, go take a walk outside to the park. Go do something. Find something else. You can't have both. We're in captivity. You have to work to build that, to have your time. You want somebody else to babysit your kids, teach your kids. He taking care of everything. You just want to come home. When he come home, food ain't cooked, kids ain't bathed, and you on social media or playing the game. Let me tell you, I done seen it all. You talking to your homegirl, food ain't made, none of that. And I'm glad this young brother is standing on what he believes. I'm glad he is, because women don't know who men are anymore. They have been pushed to the top. And guess what? When they see a man standing on something and not deviating from what he's saying, he's being mean or he's saying something mean. No, that's just a man. You have to get in your freaking mind. That's just a man. And I'm not talking about a man being a lion in his house. The brother's not saying nothing wrong right now. I'm not talking about some dude beating on somebody, out of control lunatic. This brother is totally normal right now. Just how they try to tell our young children they need Ritalin and all of this stuff. No, you got them sitting down in the chair in the classroom too long. You're not teaching them real life, bringing them to a garden for him to lift something to bring the energy down. He just sitting in the classroom looking at a board all day. Of course he gonna get bored. He hearing you talking about, well, today we're going to do this and do that. That's not, Jake ain't trying to be hearing that all day. That's just the truth. It's no rhythm, right? Bring him to a garden, let him get a little wheelbarrow. Let him do something that let him get outside that sun. So the world, we don't even know each other as Israelites anymore. We have to get to know each other so we can be a light to the world. Okay?
Gym girly. So why all of a sudden I have to quote unquote be some type of gym girly for you?
Because you picked up weight. So you ain't got to be a gym girly, but you could go to the gym, at least try to do something to protect your health. Do something. Do you want to be around for your kids?
What do you mean protect?
Look. So, hey, the brother said it. He went from attraction and he said, you know what? Not only attraction, but also your health. Do you want to be around for your kids? Because living an unhealthy lifestyle in your temple, he didn't need the Bible for this. He had common sense.
Like, I'm not that bigger. What do you mean? You act like I'm on 600-pound life or something.
You out of shape. It's just that simple. You walk up the stairs and you breathing hard and shit.
You do
the
too.
Kids see you that, what? You lying.
You do too.
Stop lying. Yo, stop lying. I don't breathe hard. You breathing hard, just laying around doing nothing. You can go to the gym. You can go to the gym. I don't know why you acting like it's such a big deal for you to go to the gym. You don't got nothing else to do. You take care of kids, you feed kids.
Right, and that's taking care of the kids. Kids is a lot of responsibility. What do you mean? It's draining.
I come back to the house and help with the kids.
Barely. You spend 2 hours at the gym and barely even getting any type of muscle at that.
Uh-oh. There it is. There it is. The demon will, let me tell you, the demon is resisting. Had the butts, excuses, complaining, everything but addressing the demon itself. Now she's trying to play the same man who's taking care of her. Now she's trying to belittle him. This is what they do, these witches. Hey, is she talking to another cat on the side? To have that type of comment? Because let me tell you, now it's time for you to hit the road. Now it's time for you to hit that road. The same man, hey, I'm taking care of you to where you don't have to work. That's a lot of muscle. That's a lot of muscle. Let me tell you, that ain't no physical muscle. That's spiritual muscle that this young man is doing. Go ahead, young brother. You holding it down. And many more gonna be around. And then later she'll call you, I want to work it back out. After she been getting work, after she done worked out, got in shape and got with some other cats. Then she gonna want to come back later because she realized you was a good man. This is how it keeps going. Let me tell y'all, we got a responsibility with building our families. Responsibility before getting in the kingdom. Y'all don't see this video? We got a lot of work to do. We want to talk about following the law. Yeah, following the law, that's good too. Let's follow your husband at home. Let's follow Christ, loving each other, loving our children, teaching our children, building ourselves up financially, not living beyond our means.
Now who's body shaming for real now?
It doesn't now because you're talking about me.
It all came out. It all came out. 1 second here. 1 second here. Let me get my next situation here. Loving each other. Check this out. What this young man said. Israel have to love each other before we can get the kingdom. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Even though brothers is out there, they like, man, how long shall it go on when we killing one another? When we gonna love each other? We don't see what's going on. We ain't getting nothing back. They're giving money to the, the other nations. And we just sitting here doing the same thing. It's not changing. How can we call ourselves suffering and going through it if we killing each other and going through the, We have to prove them wrong of what they putting on the media. Lord have mercy.
Go every single day, and before I leave the house and go anywhere in public, I load up my firearm for black people. Not saying that no other race won't do nothing or no shit like that, but ultimately, bro, I'm not worrying about a white or a Mexican out in public. I'm worried about niggas, bro. Like, you might walk into a store and a nigga might look at you the wrong way, and now y'all is beefing just because this nigga looked at you the wrong type of way. Like, this shit is crazy as hell. Like, think about this shit, bro. Like, I can go somewhere and a white person will speak to you like, hey, how you doing? But you go anywhere and see a group of niggas, it like you automatically got to get on 10. Like, niggas damn near don't want to speak or none of this shit. Like, bro, this shit is crazy as fuck. What the fuck is wrong with us, bro? Like, this shit need to stop. But you go out in public, every other race goddamn speak to you, but it's us that goddamn be trying to destroy each other, gang. That shit is wild as a motherfucker when you sit here and think about it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us, bro?
Excuse the language. Now, I played it, but, excuse the language, but I'm saying, how we get in the kingdom and we don't even love each other? I'm just saying, that's the truth. If I'm driving to the hood, I'm worried. Knowing I see on the TV everything that they trying to do to us, keep us down, take away the Section 8, the food stamps, the Social Security from our people. And guess what? We still talking about what block you on, what gang you claim, and all these different things. Huh? This is sad. These are the people who Christ is coming back to save. Y'all know that, right? We can't be Cain, guys. We can't be how Ishmael was trying to kill his own brother. Ishmael was trying to kill Isaac. Esau is trying to kill Jacob. And now we're doing the same thing we claim that they're doing against us. We can't. It can't be. It can't be, guys. It cannot be. Because guess what? I'm going to show you where you're going to be. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to see. Let me show you. These are the things that we think when we get famous and all that it's all good. Rapper Cash Out speaks out after he was sentenced to life. This is what, let me tell you, you want to get life in prison in the end of the world? Where you become the property of somebody, they put the mark of the beast in you? You become the property of somebody, they put a vaccine in you? They tell you bend over and cough? Because you thought that you can take the talent of the Most High, and misuse it. You see, all money ain't good money. You take these people money, either way, they gonna get the money. They gonna wait till you run the numbers up and find something you did wrong, or find something wrong on you if you don't do wrong, or you're gonna be a fool and do wrong. We don't have no choice but to be righteous, guys. You can't even sell your soul and get benefits of it. Do you see that? You see all these witches and warlocks dying right now? Ozzy Osbourne, he out of there. His wife going through with the Ozempic, turning into a Gila monster. Because that's what they putting in you. A Gila monster. A serpent lizard. Beyonce's sister getting caught up online for her witchcraft. Guys, this witchcraft ain't helping these people. All the witchcraft Beyonce do, she getting stuck in a car at her concert. Well, why don't you use your little magic and get you out of there? what's the witchcraft worth if you still can go to jail and you? I mean, what's the point of doing witchcraft if it ain't truly helping you? If you're going to hell, you better do it big. But see, for Israelites, you can't be at the top with the Edomites. You can sell your soul. You can do all this evil stuff. The Most High gonna, because He loves you, He gonna whoop you behind and put you right back down. You can say all the good words and all of this stuff, but guess what? It ain't gonna matter.
Good morning, today, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I want to start out by thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors.
Let me tell you, man, this brother start talking about the Bible and all that. You want to talk about the Bible after you talk about you've been dating, you know, harlots and sex workers. And guess what? I'm not judging the brother because I don't know what he did or what happened. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm going to tell you right now, they don't care about once you got caught up in a RICO, whether you're right or you're wrong. They don't care about you start talking about no Bible. And Christ said, you will pay the uttermost farthing. You're going to pay the uttermost punishment playing with these people. This is not the time to be sinning. And then you want to talk about the Bible later. No. One thing I learned when you're going to be out there in the streets, you're going to have to take it like a G, baby. You're going to be out there doing trouble. I'm sorry. You're going to have to take it like a G. Whenever I was out there in the streets, if I got arrested, I stayed quiet. Ain't no need to cry. Ain't no need to say nothing. Take it like a G. Straight up. Ain't no need to talk. Ain't no need to, oh my God. Listen, you ask God for forgiveness. I'm wrong. Most High, can you get me out of this when I'm going to change? Okay, cool. But these people is not going to have no remorse for you. You now in their hands. That's just what it is. Unless the Most High finna have mercy on you. We are the children of the kingdom. You see how the celebrities keep falling. Let me tell you, you're not coming out unscathed as a celebrity. You're not coming out. That's just the truth about it. You are not coming out unscathed. It was not meant for Israelites to walk that way. Whoever come through another door is a thief and a robber. And most of the time you're getting your back door open. That's just the truth about it. We're almost done here, guys. And let me tell you, this is another thing I can't stand. Excuse me. Fair use, educational purposes only. Look at what our people is out here doing.
But I'm finna give y'all the keys to the dash game. Should nobody be broke, man.
Even though this guy's a comedian, people are taking people's food from DoorDash, stealing it, eating it, lying, all that. This is going on for sure. And guess what? It's a lot of our people doing it. Do you know that there's no jobs out here where it's older brothers and sisters, old people is having to drive DoorDash and Uber to make a living, and these teenagers and these young kids is out here playing around, eating people's food, and to where, let me tell you, all of those jobs are going to be given to AI, where drones going to be delivering people's food. It's sad that we getting in here, and guess what? God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Would you love somebody to eat your food when you bring it? You'll be getting all mad. And now you want to eat other people's food and think it's a joke. And even though this guy's a comedian, to me it's still stupid, because you getting on here and some teenagers is going to watch this and start working and do the same dumb stuff. And on top of that, they charge more for you to get your food from these places. So you're paying extra and somebody's eating your food and all that. Let me tell you, this jesting and this joking is getting out of hand on this social media. It's going to come to the point you don't want to be on this stuff because it's just all stupid.
The dash is alive. Let's do it. This lady right here, her name Eva M. Look right here. Usually what I do, I check the order and see if it's anything I want in there. Like I'll rip the fry getting taxed. You just gonna have to pay that fee. How getting hit up all rip. Like sweet tea, I gotta bless it. Oh my gosh. And if I drink too much of y'all shit, I'm a good nigga. I ain't just gonna leave it half empty, bro. I'm gonna fill it back up to the top. If it watered down, y'all just get y'all money back. It's about having morals. Good as new. Let's see what this shit got me, motherfucker. See, she went Big Mac. I could fuck with it. Yuck, bruh. Y'all gotta stop putting onions on y'all shit, bro. Don't nobody want this, bro. She could keep this, bro. I ain't even fucking with it.
Excuse the language, but listen.
Chicken.
This is what people are actually doing. Wait till he gets to the back seat.
Straight on this. Like sometimes I don't even be wanting what y'all got, bro. I'm finna show y'all how easy it is to finesse, man. Meet me in the back, man. Like, look, bro, step into my office, man. You can finesse and eat whatever the hell you want, long as you rebag that motherfucker the right way. I care about my clientele. I ain't just finna eat your food and not respect your bag, man. See, I ate a bunch of her fries. All I'ma do is get a fresh one of these. Motherfucker full in the medium junk.
So he's eating the fries and he didn't put it into the small thing of fries. And you say, I ordered a large, and the company will think that they put the wrong thing in there. Man, this is what's going on. He has all types of bags and stuff in the back. I'm not gonna keep playing it because this dude's mouth is filthy, right? But I still believe that even though it's comedy, that this dude don't know he's teaching people evil. Woe to those who call good evil and evil good. Huh? Who put light for darkness and darkness for light. Right? Let me tell you guys, we're not going to be able to make it to the kingdom like this. I'm going to tell you that right now. In the Apocalypse of Paul, it was talking about people who try to find all types of schemes and things like that. We can't be like that. Right? This is who we're becoming. Our men are becoming extinct. Stand up men. People who don't covet thy neighbor's things. Why would, if you know you have a job to do to deliver somebody's food, we used to be the people who were just very morally sound. That's what we were known for. Now we turn into the children of Cain. And now everything on the media, it's almost like they're misportraying us, but are they? That's why the remnant is so important. Because some people don't want to be saved and will not be able to be saved.
Uzi! What's up, Uzi? Is that Uzi? Can we get a picture with you?
Look at this young man. Defiled in every which way. Flipped, tossed up, down, right, left. In every corner. This young brother from Philadelphia have on a gothic, damn, you understand, middle-age joint, woman joint popping off with lace on his hands. This brother need prayer, man. This brother needs prayer. I don't know if he think he's Marilyn Manson or what. It's so many of these type of cats out here now. Don't talk about Atlanta. Women in Atlanta, they got a dude who like men and they just still married to him at home. And got children together. That's what's going down out there. Let me tell you. Sometimes you just got to leave one state and go to the next state. You're not stuck in Atlanta. Find a job somewhere else. I know the cost of living is cheap. Lord have mercy. This is what we become. And he think, let me tell you, he think he a little guy. I think people looking up to him. Brother, if you don't come to Christ, brother, you burning in hell. For nothing. And your time is very short because celebrities' time don't last forever. These people gonna wash you up. You look like somebody's little, I mean, oh, Father. Father, have mercy. Our brothers, the men of Judah. The men of Judah. It's over, guys. We're already here now. We're already here now. We got to stand in our place and hold our place like Christ said. Like he said in the book of Revelations. Look what we done taught these Gentiles. So we either going to teach the Gentiles darkness or we're going to teach them light. We can't just teach the Gentiles entertainment only. It needs to be like when Alexander came. When you read in the book of Josephus, when he came to us, he saw holy and righteous people to where he didn't even destroy our people. Because he knew that these were God's chosen people. We're going to have to go back to that. Because let me tell you, Esau tried to put you in captivity, but he fall for the same stuff that he tried to put you under. He tried to put you on drugs, and his people get on drugs. He tried to make you be clone Tyrone, and he be clone Tom. Clone Bob.
I love you, and I love to ride and grind all the time.
Fair use.
And you got that sanitizer, and you know I got that Pfizer. You know I stick it in my vein. Put a bullet in Putin's brain. Do it for the Ukraine. Before I go insane, let me anti.
Now, did you hear what he said? He said that he, basically that was a threat in his little rhyme, but they're not taking him to jail and prison. But let one of you say something like that about a president or something like that. Let me tell you, they taking you down. Now, that's not what I showed this. I showed this because, listen, man, they're using our own stuff against us, boy. Let me tell you, boy, we teaching these Gentiles wrong.
Theory on my body at the party, sipping Bacardi. You know the flow. And I am a pimp, cause I am on the blim. Eating lots of steak and shrimp. One more time, I 99. And you know I grind and shine.
I don't know if he been listening to too much Yin Yang Twins, but I'm going to tell you right now, they should have never been a Yin Yang Twins. Some things should have never been. Esau is watching everything we do. If we was all standing in Christ, and yeah, this is, let me tell you, obviously what I'm saying, we know it wouldn't happen that way, but just imagine if we were all standing in Christ. Hey, there's nothing wrong with them having a good time in entertainment, but this is some stupid buffoonery. But guess what? In the kingdom to come, the Gentiles is going to look after us just like our forefathers. They're going to look at us just like our forefathers, like they used to do our forefathers, in all righteousness. Not no clown buffoonery. Like this cat here. He's making a fool of himself. But guess what? People are going to look at him like, hey, he learned that from the black people. And guess what? Yeah, he's doing it by himself. That's his choice. But guess what? Should we not think that we can do better? Like, hey, these people are learning this from us. They're learning that from us. Now, I want to show this last video before we close it out because I have to get ready for tomorrow. But I was like, this video here reminds me of how fleshly the world is and how we've allowed the Gentiles to allow us to to make us to make songs and pay us and incentivize us of songs about, oh, the black man is, hey, he's this, he's that. You know, guys know what I'm talking about, you adults. He's known for this and he's known for that. To where other marriages, like women will leave their husbands in other marriages for this so-called thing that's out there. And I'm going to tell you something. Life was not meant to be that way. Life, the bedroom was supposed to be private. The bedroom was supposed to be private. So we have to continue to uphold our laws and our traditions of righteousness. Not the foolish ones. There shouldn't have never been women talking about, hey, you know what they say and all this crazy stuff. There should have never been these conversations because women were made to be transferred from their father to their husband. Not hanging around homegirls watching reality TV and basketball wives talking about, hey girl, what about him? Oh, look at him. Look at his shoes. No. None of these conversations would have ever happened. And when the nations start watching this stuff, they start acting just like us. So we let these people pay us for stupidity, not knowing this is going to affect the whole world. We still are responsible. Because guess what? We are the salt of the earth. Anytime we make a step, the ground is going to shake, even if we don't know it's shaking. Let me tell you, our energy goes out in the earth whether we want to or not. It's to the point to where if you mix a black and a white person and they have a baby, the baby is called black. That's how much dominance we have when it comes to our genes and our genetics. Instead of them saying the baby's white, if the father was white, regardless of the father being white, they still call the baby black. And now it's making people curious. They can have a perfect relationship, money, all that, perfect husband, but they have to now see what's out there. They have to be curious like Eve and bite from the tree of good and evil. Not knowing if you bite from that tree, it might be a little good in it. But it's going to be a lot of evil that's going to mess up your whole legacy and your whole family. Just because you're a white girl and you want to see how the black man work it. You sure you want to fit part of our curses when you don't have to in your kingdom that you're ruling right now? If I'm white, I'm ruling and taking the advantages of this kingdom right now. I'm not saying I have to be a sinner, but my skin has benefits if I'm white in this world right now. Period. No matter where you travel, you can lie, say you got a degree, you can go to Egypt, you can get a teaching job and make American dollars, not Egyptian pounds. Trust me when I say that. It can be a black person with a proper degree and a white person come and lie and say they have a degree, even though it's fake, and they're going to make American dollars. They're going to give them a visa, and they're not going to give you a visa, and they will pay you Egyptian pounds a lot of times. Not every time, but a lot of times this is how it goes. Trust me when I say that. Those Egyptians are the same people. So I want you to listen to this lady. She has a perfect life. But brothers, we know what she's really saying. She want a little chocolate boy. She want a little chocolate boy. And she gonna mess up her whole life for the flesh. She ready to be like Lot's wife and leave it all behind and risk it all for what she heard about the black man's fame. Let me tell y'all, all of the hip hop songs and the R&B, he can't love you like I do, she can't love you like I do. All of this was from Pan, playing that pipe and that flute, making people curious and hypnotized to leave what God intended in the beginning, which was family. Now, I can't blame my brothers that everybody loves, but at the same time, we can't go around being Satan, ruining families like that video I showed you earlier. He could have just left that man and his girl alone. He could have just said no. She could have been all on him, and he could have just said no. But he's sitting there entertaining it because he know he can put hands on his white man, and that's not right. That's bullying. And then when these cats go postal on you and they hit you from the roof with a sniper, guess what? Because you mess with somebody's family, man. And you making us look bad out there when you do this stupid crap. Yo, she looking at me, man. She want me. She chose. What you gonna do about it? Man, you sound like an idiot.
Know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person.
And by the way, she's posting this and her husband don't know she's posting it. But guess what? The whole world is going to see it. So much for keeping his integrity. Now him and his friends are going to see this, just like it talks about in Sirach with the wicked woman. Where he come down the street, they all know he got a wicked woman and they just feel so bad for the brother.
Earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is...
Now, why is your brother looking like this? Because it's like, okay, so why are we here? See, men know. Why are we here having this conversation then? Because this happens to brothers too. You can do everything right. But let me tell you, they for the wolves. They for the streets. They want the curiosity. And you don't know when you go, let me tell you, when you go to that world, you get on the little drugs, and these men have their way with you all types of ways. Let me tell you right now, you don't come back the same person. You try to say, I'm sorry and all that. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. You out of there. Hit the road, Jackie, and don't come backy. No more, no more, no more, no more.
Probably that is the reason why I have not left, okay? Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which I don't know if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3, and I still don't know who I am. So
here we go. I didn't get to live my life. Well, you shouldn't have married him. This is what these young girls say. I didn't get to live my life. I don't know who I was. So that's your way out now. Let me tell you, you know how hard it is to find a man out here? Not just a black man, a man in general. Who gonna take care of you in this economy, in this world, that gonna protect you? Make sure you and your kids is eating. You talking about you don't know who you are. He was supposed to guide you. Let me tell you, this feminine, this feminist movement, this liberal women's movement have tainted the whole earth. Babylon, the harlot. Everybody's curious about it. I wonder how the grass is on the other side.
To be like, oh, I can't be myself, or you don't love me for who I am, isn't really fair because I don't know who I am.
Why is she coming on social media with this? Why do people feel like they can come on Facebook with their problems? Don't nobody care, guys. Don't nobody care. These people ain't finna pay your bills. They don't care. And people be putting their little quotes on there. You know you be talking about somebody in person. You putting quotes on Facebook. Lord have mercy. Just deal with your problems with your God and yourself.
Oh,
You're willing to break up your family of 3. You've already thought through and worked out in your mind the logistics of how you want things to go, all the way down to the dog. You have a phenomenal man that is faithful to you, that apparently is taking care of business on top of things. There's no financial lack per se or anything like that. And so essentially what you're telling us is that you're bored. And because you don't have no real struggle or no trauma and no issues and problems, and because you don't really know what's on the outside of that door, because I'm going to just tell you, on the outside of that door,
she done had a few black dudes wink at her, or she already done stepped out probably, or she didn't watch the wrong reality TV show that's not really reality. Which, let me tell you, you want to come over here to the brothers' problems? Not that all brothers have problems, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to leave your children and a man who's been taking care of you. It's good for you to be with someone from your own nation. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good. You should stand in pride for a man who's working hard for you and your children. Because you want to have a little party night out, a little college time before you get married. You're already married. You're already in this. You gonna come back home and let me tell you, you're gonna be surprised somebody gonna be in your place. Cause if you came on social media with this, you'd be out of my house. I can tell you that right now. You already done enough. You didn't expose this man to the whole world.
Demons out here. Real talk. The streets is waiting to eat you alive. I don't know what's wrong with women. What makes them think that you should... Women are literally dying.
Let me tell you something, guys. What he said is so true. The streets are waiting to eat her alive. It's wolves out here. They slip some of your drink. I seen a black girl dancing. She starts dancing with one of these white or Hispanic cats. And guess what? He was so slick. He popped one in her drink while he dancing with her. Let me tell you, that's it. And some things they put in your stuff, you can't come back from it. You living in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah now. Your children ain't gonna look at you like mommy no more.
Good man, and this chick is saying that she want to break up her whole family because she not content.
I don't know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person.
You posted. You already posted it. And you wasn't supposed to post it. No pun intended. So yes, guys, I can't stay on too much longer. I got to get ready and prepared. I would like to go on a little more, but I'm going to say this. When it comes to us getting into the kingdom, we have a duty. We're Israelites. To whom much is given, much is required. The whole world, whether we know it or not, is learning from us. The whole world is learning from us. They're watching us. They're paying attention to everything we're doing. And it's our duty to walk upright. It's our duty to restore back everything that was fallen through Christ. Bring back our children. Bring back the brokenhearted, the weak, the lame, the blind. This is what the Gentiles were leaning on us before. I mean, hey, you can look at the state of the world today and see that they need us. We're the most loving, the most talented people on the face of the earth. But we are misusing the power that the Most High have given us. And this is not just words. We're going to have to live this to get into this kingdom. We're not just getting into the kingdom because we're Israelites. It's real. Okay? We are Israel, and it's real. We're going to have to walk this thing. We're going to have to show that we love one another. And guess what? It's only going to be a remnant of people. It's only going to be a remnant of people. Husband and wife and child is the image of the Most High. We can't be coveting another person's husband or wife, their life and what they're doing with their family. Mind your own business in your own house. Build your own legacy. And together, when we come together, if we're all doing that, that's building the kingdom of the Most High. And we're working together. We have resources to build when we're building in our own household. Okay? We're not just waiting for somebody else to do something. The kingdom coming not by observation. You can't just wait for other brothers and sisters to do something. You got to bring your brick. You have to bring your mortar. Huh? The person can't place their next brick. Keep in your mind, like the person can't place their next brick until you place yours. Huh? Yeah, that's how you have to have it in your mind. The rest of these nations, of course, they want to be like you. Of course, they want to be with you. Huh? And there's nothing wrong with that. But we're going to have an image of Israel to the best of our abilities. And that's not an easy thing right now because we're scattered across the earth. Right? But the whole world is waiting on us. And regardless if you choose to step in your position or not, it's written that somebody will already. Right? So, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. I am Elder Rawchaa. Thank you for tuning in tonight on G.O.C.C. Media. And you can stay tuned for the rest of our lessons on Thursday. All right. Probably have a Patreon on Friday. You understand, and the Sabbath class on Saturday. And then we have our Hebrew and Bible Academy on Sunday. All right. Peace and blessings, okay? Shalom, everybody.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book. And the truth will make you